Hi guys! Welcome to the talk. I'm Vichia.
And I'm Athena.
And we're broadcasting to you today from the Korean Bell, which is in San Pedro. And we thought we'd tie our topic, with immigrants and refugees.
We wanted to talk about refugees and sex trafficking today. And we're both refugees, so we want to tie that in together and just, share a little bit with you. Today I read an article about how refugees are exploited to another extent altogether. As you know, they're considered refugees because they've been displaced from their country, they're usually waiting to be accepted at a different country. In this case, I was reading about the Syrian refugees who were waiting to be taken by countries such as the European countries or even Canada or America. As they're waiting to be taken in, of course, they are preyed upon, especially women and sadly young children, young girls, who are lured to these countries for financial they think it's for financial advantages, where in fact they are placed in a sex trafficking situation instead.
So with that being said, I wanted to share with you guys, a lot of people get displaced, and especially if you have families, you have young kids that you're promised, your young child is going to come and work with us. They don't need any form of education. They're going to earn money and pay off the debt or pay off for your room and board. And these young kids are taken away or sold into sex slavery for thousands of dollars, and sometimes not returned from their family, and their family has no idea what these children's occupations are. All they're told are very limited information. And we wanted to, address this issue of human sex trafficking that is happening all over the world. Here in California, in Europe, in Southeast Asia, Cambodia, and even in Africa. And it's a global issue. Again, we want to reiterate the hotline. It's the National Sex Trafficking Hotline for those who are survivors and those who are battling, or if you know victims of sex trafficking or human slavery. You can contact this hotline. It's 24 hours a day, and it can be anonymous, and the number is 1-888-373-7888. And also, again, our passion has been
ignited together, One Heart.
Yes, and you can go to the website www.togetheroneheart.com, and we'll also have the link rolled on our screen as well. And we want to share with you, we're both refugees, Athena's and I, and our little story of how we came about from our native homeland and to America. Athena?
Yeah. You and I were talking about it, and of course, it was a while back, so I don't remember all the hardship, but I do remember that there certainly was hardship. Just staying, my family came from Vietnam, and we had to cross the border from Vietnam to Thailand, and then from Vietnam to Cambodia, and from Cambodia to Thailand, and then from Thailand to the Philippines. I do remember having stopped by a group of soldiers, and the women were taken into the woods. I don't know what happened, but I can't imagine anything positive that happened during that time. And we were lucky that we actually were put in refugee camps, even in Thailand and then in the Philippines, and were taken to America. I could be too young to remember any of these things, but I do know that there's some horrific stories that come from this experience. So
right. I mean, I was very little as well. I can remember being 3 or 4 years old, being carried on my dad's back as we're escaping from Cambodia as a result of the Khmer Rouge, and traveling through landmines, as a toddler with my parents. My mom had just given birth to my baby sister, and we had to bribe guides to lead the way and to lead us to safety and to take refuge in Thailand. And I can just imagine what if, you know, my mom and my baby sister, because they were held back at one point, separated from us, what if she had been taken and sold in, you know, into this world of human trafficking? So this just goes to show you, you know, as refugees, we travel from one country to the next. Like my family and I, we went from Cambodia to Thailand, and then we stayed in a refugee camp and even in jail for several years until we were allowed to go into the refugee camps. That this, you know, is an issue that could have affected me directly, and my family, there's 3 girls, and each of us could have been taken away at any time and suffered these horrible atrocities that is going on. And this is why we're bringing our vlog to you, to inform you and to raise more awareness that, you know, this needs to end, and it needs to start today.
Well, we wanted to thank you for again, those of you who've been viewing, likes, you know, clicking likes and subscribing and sharing this with your friends. You know, we really just, our goal is to see if we can make an impact somehow in this world, you know, one step at a time. And you can certainly help us on this journey. We would love to have you continue to follow up or follow us and you know, give us feedback as to how we can make this better. And you know, we thank you again. And Akun.
Yes, and don't forget, Trafficking is an app that you can download on an Android or iPhone. Very simple, and you can refer to the hotline, National Human Traffic Hotline, to find ways and signs of sex trafficking. And we appreciate you following and subscribing, and we want to bring more information and share with you exciting news and ways that you can, that we all can work together to combat this issue. So thank you very much. Bye guys.